Trouble might find animals on land, in water, or even in the sky. And often they come to humans for help, showing a lot of trust. Watch this video until the end and you'll be amazed. Many people enjoy feeding squirrels, and it looks adorable, but the stats are pretty upsetting. 75 to 80% of the young don't survive to the age of 1, dying of various causes. This baby squirrel is hopelessly tangled in some fishing line. It was just thrashing on the ground and calling for help when it was found by 2 guys. They took the baby to a hanger and set it free using a pair of scissors. This baby squirrel got so attached to the humans that it didn't want to leave when these guys tried to release it outdoors. At some point, it disappeared into the green foliage, but immediately came back, right into the pocket of its new friend. So these guys decided to take it home, where they constructed a hutch with a wheel and an obstacle course. They kept the baby squirrel until the following spring. Tadeusz Lubiasz from Poland was walking his dogs when he felt something fall down. It was a tiny squirrel the size of shoelace. Fearing that it might not survive, Lubiasz nursed it back to health, feeding it goat milk through a pipette. Now they are inseparable. This puppy got caught on an awning while he was home alone. He is loudly crying and really hoping to be saved when he sees a police officer. Grabbing the fabric is pretty difficult, but the man manages to cut the top and free the hostage, who immediately stands on his rear legs and hugs his rescuer.
Hey, Akela, привет!
This man noticed a hungry wolf and, without thinking twice, exited the car to feed it. And the wild animal is not afraid of the human. Look how closely it comes to retrieve the food. It has been proven that wolves possess a high level of intelligence. Wolves are capable of trust and even affection. See for yourself. After saying goodbye, the driver wants to carry on, but the wolf follows the car, blocking the way. There is no more lard, so the man tries to feed it some bread. Afterwards, the wolf keeps following the man for several minutes. Perhaps it's very hungry. Or maybe it's expressing affection. In this footage, a man is releasing an octopus that got stuck in the sand during low tide. It has already recovered, and it looks like it's ready to swim away. But look what happens. It thanks the human with an emphatic touch before moving off. How is that possible? The thing is, octopi are the most intelligent species among invertebrates. They have a good memory, can recognize geometrical shapes, and are susceptible to training. They can also recognize people and solve non-standard problems. This bear cub was caught in a bear trap. It is hurt and scared, but people are trying their best to free the cub. Finally, they succeed, and the baby bear can run off in search of its mom. Looks like. Now you can see a whole rescue team coming to a cow's aid. Her head is stuck in a tree. But that is not her only problem. While she is immobilized, she is at risk of being attacked by the bulls. They are kept off with a powerful jet of water from a fire hose. In the meantime, the specialists are able to move the branches apart and free her neck. A leopard was searching for water in the parched desert state of Rajasthan, India. It was so thirsty, its head got stuck in a metal pot. That's the state it was in when people found it. Amazingly, the wild predator is not panicking or trying to run off. Instead, it is patiently waiting to be helped. Forest officials managed to remove the pot by temporarily tranquilizing the animal. This man is deftly climbing up a lamppost to save a pigeon that got caught on a streetlight. This story happened on the Sakhalin Island. 4 orcas got trapped in glaciers, 2 of them in almost entirely inaccessible spots. The ice tightens, wounding them, while they cry, begging for help. For rescuers, divers, and volunteers, the goal is to push the giant chunks of ice away with long poles. To prevent the orcas from getting ice burns, they are watered with seawater. At the same time, the animals keep periodically turning onto their backs and putting themselves at risk of choking. That's why the rescue team try to establish contact. They are speaking to the whales, cheering them on and keeping them calm. In this footage, you can see the wounded 6-meter animal obediently fulfilling people's requests. It doesn't show any aggression and allows people to do all the necessary things for it to be rescued. After the medical treatment, it quickly recovered and followed the others into sea. Diver Joshua Eccles was performing yet another dive in Florida when he encountered a lemon shark. It kept coming back and nudging him as if signaling something was wrong. Eccles examined the shark and noticed something protruding from its belly. It was a large, rusty fishing hook. It took 2 attempts to remove it. As for the wound, according to Eccles, it should heal up with no problems. And this huge whale shark is wrapped in a rope. The defenseless animal is waiting while the human is cutting the ties. Now the shark can leave. But where is the guarantee that it won't get into any more trouble? Whale sharks are a rare species. Their number was not that great before, and in recent decades, it has been steadily declining due to illegal fishing. This olive ridley sea turtle was found with a plastic fork stuck inside its nostril. People were able to remove the fork and the turtle returned to the ocean breathing freely. This case is another reminder of the harm caused by non-biodegradable plastic. Every plastic straw, plastic bag, or plastic bottle could cost an aquatic animal its life. And now you can see a fisherman removing barnacles from a poor baby turtle. Take a look. The turtle is completely covered in them. Not just the shell, but the belly and even its head. These uninvited guests are a common occurrence for turtles. Crustaceans often use the turtles as a substrate, thus being exposed to a constant flow of water, which is beneficial for them. If there are too many of them, they can cause discomfort and even result in emergence of infections and grotesque tumors. Unfortunately, there are blasphemous cases when animals are left disabled because of humans' torture. That's what happened to Grecia the toucan, who got attacked by some boys. They beat the bird with sticks, and here's what happened to its beautiful beak. Compassionate people donated thousands of dollars towards its new 3D beak. However, without a complete beak, the designers did not manage to get the prosthetic to function. Grecia got lucky. There was another donor, a toucan, that died as a result of a fight with a predator. The prosthetic was attached, and now Grecia has a unique black and white beak. It allows the bird to eat, sing, and live a fulfilling life. What's curious is that the females pick their mate based on the color of the beak, so Grecia can count on having an interesting love life. An American bald eagle named Beauty was found at a land mill, dying from a bullet wound. The upper beak was practically gone. When a team of experts decided to give this young lady her beauty back, they created a prosthetic beak, the first one of its kind. An eagle's beak is not hard. It has cavities and anatomically complex fragments. Now imagine, creating a 3D image took several months of work and a $50,000 software. The printed nylon beak was adjusted manually, and that process alone took almost 3 hours. The happy ending of this story was accomplished when Beauty returned to an aviary and was able to drink some water. Regardless of where you currently are, make